overtake, and recover it all. You're welcome.
Amen.
So let's hear your
Thank
story.
you so much,
Go ahead. Go ahead. God bless you.
All right,
Let's
thank
hear
you so
his
much,
story.
sir, for this.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, sir, for this great opportunity. I didn't take it for granted. I probably want to appreciate the president of this great organization. Thank you, sir, for everything you have been doing for us. We really appreciate it, in as much as you don't know some of us one-on-one, but you establishing, by the grace of God, this organization have given some of us the avenue, to be able to feed our families and, of course, have more to talk. Thank you so much, sir. I probably want to appreciate all the G8 leaders. Thank you so much, sir. And I want to appreciate my mastermind, Dr. Victor. Papa, thank you so much for this great opportunity and all the leaders. My name is Mr. Terry Chinonso Onwusuruaka. I'm from Imo State here. I saw this opportunity, I think in 2019, but I wasn't paying attention to it. But before I saw the opportunity, I was really, really busy due to my business. But before I get there, I have to tell you the full story about my life and how I get here. I was born in a family where eating 3 times in a day is the grace of God. Though from that side of the village, food is not actually a problem because you can pan gari in I drink in the afternoon, then use turning gari. I don't know what they call it. Use turning gari for morning and pan it in the night. That is our balanced diet. I don't know how I can be able to put it in a proper English, but that is one of our best balanced diet. But one of the biggest challenges sometimes is money to take care of ourselves. And the poor people in our village, they call us poor. And and funny enough, I came from a very well-disciplined family that the church level, the way they love God, another level. But I keep asking God, why is it that the people that are not serving him are even getting the level of success the people that are serving him are praying to attend? Then I find the secret in this organization. But before then, something happened that actually changed my life. But that thing will happen not before positive. My sister was sick. She was rushed to hospital. In fact, as I talk to you, please permit me, sir, I will be making use of pidgin so that I can be able to be aligned. Papa, can I go ahead with that?
Go ahead.
I want to use pidgin.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so something happened for our house.
You still have 8 minutes to explain it. Yeah.
My sister was sick. They rushed and go hospital. Now me carry am with my mom. Only for us to get there, they needed some money. So my mother just tied up, bring the one she can, but they needed extra 2,000 naira. And the whole money itself not even reach up to 10,000 naira, to be honest. We started to run around, started to find a way, started to do things, started to ask our brothers, started to ask our sisters. And we have 7 graduates in our house. We have 7 graduates. We are asking them. They don't have the money, not because they don't want to. And my sister died. I just remember now how we are begging the doctors and the hospital, please save this girl. As we are begging, somebody where they sick come. And according to the doctor, you get a chance. If you compare the two, the chance where that guy go to survive is just 20%. My sister have 80% chance to live. But they pay all their attention to the person that have just 20% chance. Because before you go call money, they don't wire them. Before you go call money, they don't wire them. And my sister died. And that was the day I picked sword against poverty. I hated everything that have to do with poverty. It's not that the school is not available in my community for me to go. I will go school, I will leave school, I will go somewhere else and sit down. The only thing I want to hear, the only thing I want to think about is, how do we make money? Sorry, if they talk anything, they talk money. If they tell me, say, they abuse me. If they tell me, say, how do we make money? Anything where they tell me, I can never forget. I was pushed to go and take WAEC. So I went to Orogwe Secondary School to take WAEC. During the process of WAEC, our biology teacher was teaching us how to draw opala. I don't know, a butterfly. No, I don't know what they call it in English. Opala. They were telling us how to draw grasshopper. Yes. They were teaching us how to draw it. And I raised my hand and said, man, this thing you are teaching us now, how do we make money from it? And that was the day I received the worst beating of my life. I never asked that stupid question again. But I wasn't paying attention to everything about that have to do with school. But my goal was just to take that WAEC and leave. And of course, after the WAEC, I have one option because I know within me that it showed me that I say I failed that WAEC. I never checked that WAEC to date. And I decided to take the best part, which is to make money. Because I hear say, as an Igbo man, once you serve somebody, after 5 years, 7 years, they will say to you, you are a big boy. You know, you become an oga, you will carry other people from village. I decided to go and serve. When I went there, the agreement is 5 years. Let me share my screen so that evidence there. So I'll be showing you some of the evidence and you can testify that God is still in the business of raising men through this organization. That God can pick an ordinary person and turn him to a multi-millionaire through this organization. Let me share my screen, please. All right. I believe you can see my screen, sir.
Very well. It's clear.
Okay, sir. So I went there to serve. The agreement was 5 years. 5 years. So I will serve somebody 5 years. After 5 years, I will be a boss. No problem. I mean, after 5 years, they asked me for extra 1 more year, which is 6. So after 1 more year, now I will be Organa. No problem. I add extra 1 more year. Then after that 1 more year, which is 7, they asked for extra 1 more year. And that extra 1 more year, I said no. If you can't settle me after 5 years, you can't settle me after 6 years, you can't settle me after 7 years, there is no guarantee I can be settled again. I started to protest. To make the story short, I was settled January 2020 with 200,000 naira. And for some of you that will feel like the money is too good, that the money good to settle somebody, I made the shop where it was about 500,000 naira, and in 7 years, I turned it up to over 20-something million naira. And I was settled with 200,000 naira because I refused to add extra 1 more year. I bring myself together and I decided to take credit market because in my mind, as an Igbo man, I needed 2 things to survive in business. Number 1 is to get a customer base, and number 2 is the people that will give me credit market, and I'm good to go. So I get credit market from people that I normally buy market from. It's almost 1.4 million naira. I take the market and I started my journey in 2020. January, February, March, April, things we are moving very well until they announced that everybody should be at home. We were indoor for 6 months in River State. For those of you here that is in River State, we will certify that everywhere in River State was locked down for 6 months. Then after 6 months, I opened my shop. I find out that 80 to 90% of the credit market have all expired. But that is not just the problem. The problem is the kind of advice I was receiving. Calm down, just be paying it small. But my problem is where the small will be coming from. I don't know how that year they work out. Before you know it, you're already in 2021. The landlord started to mount pressure. I cannot be able to renew the rent. Now, the problem there is that during COVID-19, even the rich are crying, the poor are crying. So he needed to take that shop and give it to another person for him and his family to eat. But I can't be able to pay it. So he said he would take all the goods and throw it aside. And I was happy. Why? Because anything we make and carry those goods throw aside, I am safe. I no longer owe the distributors. The distributors decided to sue the landlord to court. Only for us to get to the court. They not even sue me. They tell me say na distributors and the landlord make I come testify what really happened. Only for me to get there, now me be the problem. And I don't have a lie. I don't even have money. They said they will give me one. The distributors and the landlord said, may they put me for prison. Anytime when my parents pay the money, that they will let me go, the money I'm owing them. Funny enough, the family that cannot afford 2,000 naira to save life, how they want to afford almost 1.4 million naira? At least I know they die now. Na prison I day. The only time I go come out. So I started to accept my fate. But that day, God turned up for me from the woman who was a judge. The judge that day was a woman. She asked me my name, the day I was born. It happened that it's the same year with a son. And she said, no, I can't jail you. I'm a mother. I know how your mom will feel. And God miraculously saved me through that woman. I'm telling you a true life story. I came out and I stepped out like a wounded lion. And during this period, I'm sorry to say this. My leader, Madam Ruth Makele, may God bless you, contacted the mastermind, Dr. Vita Abbas, in the Unstoppable. The Unstoppable called me on phone and said, I heard everything about your journey, that you are not settled after serving for so many years. I want to work with you. But the problem mastermind made that very day, I'm sorry, Papa, the problem he made, he said, give me 2 to 4 years from now, you'll be making 5 million to 10 million naira monthly. I said, this man, your man, na ritualist, na them. Because in my family, I never wanted to be a millionaire. You know why? Not because if I see an opportunity to be a millionaire, I will not be. The distance between we and millionaires is too wide. That is the way we know the thing to be a millionaire. We just want to survive. So, seeing somebody that called me on phone, I dropped the call immediately. Dr. Victor is here. I dropped the call immediately. He called me back, and I can never forget that his word. He said, young man, listen to me. If you want to be useful, listen to me. I hang on. He said, I want to mentor you and guide you. You will become successful. You are unstoppable. I was like, this little money where they test to me now. If I give you now, so you go take the unstoppable. For me to make 5 million naira in 5 years, 1 million naira monthly in 5 years. And I hang up. My leader talk. I said, I beg, Mona, leave those things. I'm an Igbo man. I just want to sit in a place where we say, if I buy goods, I sell, I confirm my money. Make me at the CM. Ladies and gentlemen. But when that thing happened, I have no option than to look for a way how we settle. Before I know it, the pressure of pay my money started to move on. The pressure was so much that I have one option. I go buy sniper. And the reason why I didn't drink it was the woman that sold that sniper to me that very day. She's a very funny woman, but she never knew whether I want to use the sniper. They said, my son, buy this one they kill away. I said, how will this woman know exactly what I want this sniper to do? She not advised me to use this particular one. I buy that one. As I was going home, that is the only thing that rings to my ear. Then as I want to open it, I was like, this is where you buy now. The woman say the kill away. And truth is that I do not have that sniper in my own shop. If not, I will have drink it straight. So I use Igbo because I can write Igbo very well. I can write Igbo very well, even at the age of 8. I use Igbo to write exactly what my problem, the reason why I want to kill myself and all that. As I open my drink, the smell was so harsh. As I this was the cure, I cover them. And I decided to fast for 3 days. And I told God that if after 3 days, I have two options. I'm a Christian. I believe that if I kill myself, the kingdom is no longer there for me. So I decided that God, you have two options. He said that you bring me out from this trouble, I will kill myself if you forgive me. Ladies and gentlemen, I started to fast. Day 1, nothing happened. Day 2, nothing happened. Day 3, nothing happened. I only received a call from a friend that said, oh boy, come out and drink the money you owe. You know, keep person. As I step out, I received a call. And that call is from Mr. Favor. He called me. Oh boy, any of you that will join me, the next 6 months to 1 year, will be multi-millionaire. And look at him. Put the call. What did you say? He repeated it again. Then I have 2 dream killers beside me. One of them said, give me the phone. I give him the phone. So, oh, but you get where you go when they tell you say you go be millionaire. He said yes. And they don't chop you. They don't say they don't wash your head. And guess what Mr. Favor saw? Mr. Favor was the same thing, was doing the same thing with me. Of course, one day you have the time to talk in Soto. He was doing the same shakara with me until our leader lured him to Enugu event where the Victor opened his eye to see the vision clear. And he started to call me that those people are the right people. Now, no. Those people know the joke. Oh, they were doing the right thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I decided to give it a try. I decided to go and see exactly what the opportunity is. Only for me to get there. It happened to be somebody I know, Mother Ruth. I know her, I know his brother, I know his father. And she was talking about the life stories, what she have achieved. And I was like, so this is possible. And I decided to give it a try. Ladies and gentlemen, I started the opportunity in Aba. In 3 months, I was able to make, in my first 3 months, I was able to make at least 1.2 million naira. I paid all the debt I was owing in River State and lock my shop and come back to Aba fully to do the business full time. But a challenge come up. And what is the challenge? Our rent was refunded to us. My leader just finished youth service. she traveled to Port Harcourt, and I was only me and Mr. Favor 9 days. No office, nothing else. The only thing we have is dream. Ladies and gentlemen, we started to push until we attend an event, Grass to Grace. I can never forget that event. Grass to Grace. In that Grass to Grace, I encounter destiny. In that Grass to Grace, I saw the possibilities. In fact, they were making it feel as if poverty is one, like the way they were showing motor, the way they were showing house. But before that, I think 2021 November, 381 hosted an event, and there are two small people that were celebrated. I'm sorry to use that word, Gift Okay and Okoro Kwache Demma. I said, so children, they make a here too. So if these people can make it, that means it's possible for me. Ladies and gentlemen, I return back, we look for a way and get office. And in 2022, me and Mr. Favor, we borrowed money. Mr. Favor borrowed money from loan app. I borrowed money for cooperative. We made the money and rented an office in Owerri, and I started my journey. In less than 1 year with that journey, I was celebrated as Millionaire Circle Ena. In 2023, in immersion, I was celebrated as an ECA in 2023. And this is the office I was operating. But in 2025, my business changed. What happened? In 2025, Mastermind was teaching something. I think 2024 ending, he teach the 7 forces of diligent activity. And during that period, I was dying. During that period of that training, I was bleeding. During that period of that training, I was not myself, but that training was a breakthrough for me. The 7 forces of diligent activities. And after going through that video and over again, I told myself, no, I am unstoppable. Ladies and gentlemen, I attend the Encounter 2.0. When Dr. Victor see me, the mastermind hugged me and prayed for me. Even I qualified for Challenge 36 that particular month, not even from my activity, and I was celebrated on stage. But my face that day, I was so angry. Anybody that saw me that day will know that this guy is dead. That particular day was the day I made a decision that by this time 1 year, I can never remain in this level. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2025, my business changed. I decided to pay attention to the mentorship and take my life serious. Because every day, my parents, they age. When they have vision in the family, I cannot be able to fully support the way I wish to. Because at the check, I don't the age, and I don't the enter 30 years. So that thing where they vex me about my parents, like I always said, I saw the life my parents gave to me. I don't like it. And I'm about to enter 30 years. That means I can hand the same life to another person. That means I'm very wicked and heartless. If I don't like the life my parents gave to me, why do I have to hand the same life to another person that will be my child? If I saw the life my dad gave to my mom, why should I give the same life to somebody else's daughter? And I decided to take charge of my business. In 2025, I become a two comma club member. Sorry, I become a 2 club comma member. Not just that, repeatedly, and I enter club 2.5 on the month of August. That was the first time I made over 2.5 million naira. And the next month, I hit it again. God was great for me and my team. And this is my office right now. This is the office I'm operating here in Owerri. Now, this is my hall. This is the hall I operate on. And in the same 2025, April 19, through this same organization, because the month of March, in fact, the money I used to do wedding was the money I made in February, March, and the month of April. That was the money I used to run everything that have to do with wedding. And this is my dream girl, will I say, the girl I love so much. I was able to marry her. And funny enough about this, and I keep telling people that if not for this organization, let's just have to marry this girl. That is the truth, because some of us dream to marry a girl, but because of money, another person. Because I discovered that women do not marry who they love, they marry who is ready. If you are not ready, you are just, if I dare here, they pit hand, another guy man will feel come and jack her. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my team in 2025. In this same 2025, I raised 5 monthly millionaires. This was huge for me. 5 monthly millionaires. 2 of us in my team become a 2 club comma member, 2 persons. We hit over 15 persons that made between 500,000 naira to 900,000 naira this year. I mean this year. Inside this year, we don't enter 2026, sorry. So last year. And inside that same last year, we hit over 50 persons that are made over 100,000 naira. I didn't say back to, I counted all of them. We are more than 50. Ladies and gentlemen, as we enter this 2025, the mastermind have already declared it. This is just 2026. This is just the starting point. Ladies and gentlemen, why do I succeed? My time is up. Why do I succeed? The first one is God. The president have said it already, that once God pick your call, it don't be. But I discover one secret, that God can pick your call, but your phone is not in your ear. I discovered that God can pick your call. Maybe they do another thing. No, says they don't pick the call, because some of us dial God number and remove the phone from our ear.
You know, where you were pointing, okay,
by grinding.
Mr. Terry, can you hear me? You will continue from where you stopped. You know, when you said you're making currently 2.5 million naira, some people did not understand it. They want to get it. Is it monthly? Over 2.5 million naira monthly, so they can know that is what it is.
Okay, sir. The money I'm talking about is monthly. 2.5 million naira monthly. In fact, if I know, I will have. Let me share the evidence. Let me see if I keep the screenshots. I think I will show the evidence before I'm done with this meeting.
Grass to grace. Grass to grace. I said this is pure grass to grace.
Yes,
and
yes, sir.
It's not just that. Listen, it's not just that. You are personally earning over 2.5 million naira because of what? You have raised how many people? How many monthly millionaires?
5 monthly millionaires, sir.
5 monthly millionaires. How many power 500 earners?
15, sir.
15 power 500 earners. And
last year, sir.
Wow, man.
And over 50% made over 100,000 naira.
That is moving into the higher dimension. Wow.
Yes, so.
And you were saying something. Continue from where you stopped.
Okay, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen so that I can show these things very well. I was talking about what helped me, and I said the number one is God. God was able to answer my call. And the second thing that helped me was the mastermind mentorship. And that mastermind mentorship, that's 7 forces of diligent activity. God. Then after that, sonship and fatherhood. Man, it was that training. Everybody can be a dad, but not everybody can be a father. I went home and I started to ask myself, how can I be a father to all these people? I no longer see them as my elders. I no longer see them as my fathers. I no longer see them as my partners. I now see them as children. I say, okay, now these people are going to start so that when I become a father, the job of a father will no longer be a problem for me. I'm going to use you people. And ladies and gentlemen, because of that, anything I tell them to do, they know from my heart that this guy have their interests at heart. Mastermind mentorship was a breakthrough for me. Because of my time, I won't talk deep about these trainings, but these 3 trainings was the reason why God showed me the way. The third thing that helped me was decision. I decided, because I understand from the mastermind training that success is not for those that know, but it's for those that do. That thing he said that day made me, I went to myself, so if I like, make I know from here to Jerusalem, and person will know from here to Okigwe, just do from here to Nekede. He will get the result more than me that know from here to another level. No, I decided to put in every work. So every mastermind mentorship, once it's finished, once he said, God bless you, as it's ending, I'm starting. That same thing he's talking about, I'm telling my team member. And because of that, I started to align myself with God. In fact, most of the things that is even happening in my team is, I will come out and say, look at what we will do. Once we announce this is what we will do in my team, mastermind will train about that thing. I don't know how. I don't even understand how you do it, but that thing I just announced, he will just train it as if God is just telling him, stand up, go and do this thing for Terry and his team. And that is one of the reasons. I made a decision to go and work. I made a decision that See, if you like, receive mastermind training from now till next year. If he didn't day, he didn't day. Until you put in the work, there is no way. I called my team members and I create a workforce. And the last thing that helped me is understanding the vision. What I did was I fasted for 7 days with my team. Because after making a decision, I said, I need to understand this vision of this organization. Then I discovered that the only way God can pick your call in this organization is any day you decided to have the interest of others at hand. And may God bless Ambassador Juliet. Anytime I called her, Mommy, I hit 1 million, I hit 2 million, I said, cut away you. How many persons did you help in your team? I said, Mommy, but I just tell you what I hit now. He said, it don't move me by how much you have made. You can only move me by how many persons you have raised. I thought, okay, what if I didn't make 1 million naira? He said, it's better where you make 300,000. You can tell me you have 5 persons that make 100,000 naira. And that word made me started to realize the vision. Until one day I called her and said, I want you to explain why, they ever excited whenever I tell you what I hit. She said, it's not about you. If not, you will work till you die. Ladies and gentlemen, I went home and I called my team. I said, we need to explain this vision. And after that same night, I got a dream. I said, I'm going to raise 100 millionaires so that together we can donate 1 million naira and build a hospital in Imo State. And we'll name it Save Life First. He said that will build a hospital or we'll look for already existing hospital and equip them so that anybody that don't have money can be able to save his loved ones. Make what happen to my sister no happen to that person. And that was it. That was when the vision was clear to me and God decided to take the wheel and we started to run. It was that month that we declare we are going to raise 100 millionaires to get this thing and affect the life of these people positively. We raised 4 monthly millionaires, 4 in the month of August, 4 monthly millionaires. Understanding the vision was a key breaker for me. And because of what I have learned so far, and this year, to be honest with you, I can tell you without missing word, we are just getting started. Because in 2026, I will pursue, I will pursue, I will overtake, and I will achieve it all. And I have given my team members a target. We have drawn it yesterday night, we pray over it, 1,000 partners. 1,000 partners here in Owere, because with God on our side, we are unstoppable. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Wow. And I'm here. If you are looking for anybody, let me say this before I go, sir. If you are looking for anybody without a background, that didn't go to school, without certificates, thank you so much, the mastermind and the president, to put this vision and a system that enable we when no go school to ride on. If you are looking for anybody that didn't go to school, that cannot speak good English, that cannot write English, that cannot read English, but he used this organization to become a multi-millionaire, I am here to stand as a living proof of a witness of that. And I'm here to tell you that with God on our side, we are unstoppable. Thank you.